Yo, people, Team Talk episode 10, the podcast. We're here, myself, Samuel Law, and I've got
Coach, I'm back here again.
Yeah, we saying, Coach, you alright, yeah?
Yeah, cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, man. So, first of all, I'll start by saying a shout out to a friend of the show and a long-time friend, Franklin. Rest in peace, bro. Yeah, he lost his battle to kidney failure, and you'll be forever remembered by the team, by everyone. Good guy, man. So this show is dedicated to you. All right, so let's get it popping. Chelsea Palace. I just finished watching it. Coach, you didn't see it, did you?
Mm-mm.
Boy, Chelsea in dominating form, man. So obviously they were level 1-1. Hazard was on the bench. My man comes on, wins a free kick within like 3 or 4 minutes. They score from it. Then he assists for Pedro. What's going on, man? Like, we didn't even count Chelsea. At the start of the season, did you count Chelsea as one of the main contenders?
Nah, not really, if I'm honest, man. I didn't really... Chelsea are always in and around something, where they're always in and around either 4th place or championship, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're either or, but I never thought they'd be...
You didn't think they'd be going for a championship?
I didn't think they'd be going... I thought Liverpool were the ones pushing Man City for the championship. I didn't think Chelsea.
So that's 3 teams still undefeated. Like Chelsea, they've just... Oh, so guys, also side note, it's fireworks outside, yeah? You know, it's that time of the year. So please bear with us if you hear bangs. It's not gunshots, it's not... You get me? It's just fireworks, yeah? Yeah, so in terms of like Sarri resting Hazard, surely that means he's got faith in his squad. He knows that his squad can, you know, he can bring in guys, they can come in and do the job. You know, like Barkley, he started today. I think he's the one that came off for Hazard. You know, no, Willian, sorry, came off for Hazard. But I don't know why he's resting guys, unless that means he's taking Europa seriously, or Hazard was unfit, or he was injured, maybe.
Yeah, well, they've got a good squad. If you look at them, I mean, Hazard's really like a free role, so he don't really play wide like that. So even in the middle, if you want to short up, you got Jorginho and Kante and Barkley and Fabregas. Even if you want to, you got Willian, Pedro. So they got a lot.
Good team, you know.
Yeah, they got a lot to pick from when he's not there. It's just that he's the added X factor.
Literally,
that team. He's the X factor that every good team needs. You need X factor. You can't just be. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need X factor. So he's definitely the X factor. So whether he comes off the bench or whether he starts, he comes on and he does what he does.
Yeah, let's actually talk about Chelsea's system, that the shape that they play. Yeah. So last season, Kante was the deep line. He was the defensive midfielder, right?
Yeah.
This season, Sarri's coming. He's put Jorginho as the pivot, like just in front of the defense. Yeah, seems to have worked so far.
Yeah.
Kante has been moved further up the field, which means when he gets the ball, he has to have some sort of creative like impetus. He has some responsibility to you know. He's not chasing the balls or loose ends anymore. He gets the ball and he has to do something with it. Do you reckon Kante's been sacrificed for this system?
Not at all, because I think he's gone in there and he's seen Kante's energy. And said, you know what? All you've been known for is just tracking back, cutting balls, that stuff. But which worked. But you're actually, once again, it worked when Jorginho wasn't there. When I brought Jorginho in, I want to free you up a bit more, because Jorginho's game is more deep lined. He's not a box to box sort of midfielder. You have the energy to go box to box. Plus, Kante's a clever player.
Clever. No. I've been saying this since Leicester.
He's a clever player, so he's not one of those guys that just
run and chase the ball, yeah.
And what he does, even when I noticed it when they played United, he knows how to time his runs through the lines, the back line.
I noticed that from the first day of the season. This season, he was making them runs.
He knows how to time runs. So a lot of people, because Kante is known as a DM, sometimes even in defenders' minds and stuff, they're not checking their shoulder to see where's Kante.
Exactly.
But by the time you look at him, he's already ran past you.
And he can shift.
Yes, because he's got that energy. Yes, he's not going to have that final end product all the time, because that's not the main part of his game. The main part of his game is energy. So what Sarri's done, he said, I brought my guy in to sit, and then you have the energy to go up and down.
Alright, so Kante don't look like the type of guy that's gonna complain anyway. He looks like he would just, whatever job that's asked of him, he would do it, yeah? But do you think he's happy doing this?
Yeah.
Like, as a player, how do you reckon? Do you reckon he's thinking, right? Like, I was doing this.
Kante 5 years ago, where was he? Is what I'm saying.
Division 2.
He's Division 2. What's it?
In France,
League?
yeah.
So he's won the World Cup. He's won the Prem. so what? Prem twice.
Why does he play for France in the French system? He doesn't. He's doing the same thing now, isn't it?
Does he sit with Well, I think the Frenchism, as long as Pogba's freed up, I think the Matuidis and
No, Matuidi's more left. Like he's like blowing as well. Like it seems like why I'm asking that is because Kante's probably what some players may feel like. Listen, I've been doing this job and I've been doing what I've won the league with Leicester in this, doing this. I won the league with Chelsea doing this. Like this guy's come in and you've moved me. Like can't Jorginho do what he's doing?
Of course he can't. You don't have the energy. That's why every time pundits talk about Jorginho, it's he's made 500 passes today. He's made 700 passes today. They're not talking about anything else. He has effect on the game.
But like I said,
his passing percentage was this, that, and the other. But realistically, Kante is probably more effective in the match as it is. So because Jorginho can't do what Kante can do, Kante can do everything.
Yeah.
If you want him to sit, he'll sit.
Yeah.
If he's going box to box, box to box. If you want to arrive in the box, he can do that.
If you want to man mark somebody, he can do it. Like,
he's got so much energy. He can do so many things. So I think Sarri's come in and kind of made him like challenged him, because if Sarri came in and just kept him at DM, okay, I've done this job before, I know what to do. So Sarri, what are you really going to teach me? I already know this. I won before you got here, so what are you going to teach me? But now Sarri's teaching him a whole new position, so it might even be fresh to Kante. Like, okay, what can this new coach teach me about something new?
As a player, you might like
you got to challenge him.
And it's the system's working. They're undefeated.
Working.
You know, they're doing well. But
it's working, man.
Yeah, man. Who else played today? So City played also. Another thrashing. City, like we said off the podcast, we said it. They don't play around with small teams. When it's time to play against these small teams, they're putting 4 or 5 past you. Today they put 6 past Southampton, who, by the way, I think they're going down. They're just not memorable. They're not doing anything this season. So I think they're one of the guys going down.
Mark Hughes for you,
yeah. But yeah, what do you think about City in terms of like that they're another team that's undefeated? You know, they have a wealth of talent. They're just like De Bruyne's out now.
Yeah,
they still put 6 past exactly.
But that's my whole point when we go into our subject about backing a manager and getting the squad in. It's a squad game right now. So when guys get injured and stuff, you need close to like replacement so you can keep the train going. So with them right now, like you said, they're not messing around with small teams. They're reminding me of, a lot of people talk about Barcelona, but they reminded me of that Vieira and Thierry Henry Arsenal. When they weren't playing around with these small teams.
This reminds me of La Liga, man.
No,
this reminds me of Barcelona when they was clearing
people
Sociedad.
The reason why I'm not gonna liken it to Barcelona is because I know it's just the Pep thing and they're playing like Barcelona and all that. But but what I'm saying is that it's the scary factor of that invincible Arsenal team. Because I'm talking about the Prem. I'm basing it on the Prem.
Okay. Yeah.
So basing it on the Prem, but
what I'm saying is because I remember saying Pep is gonna bring La Liga to England. I kept on saying that to people. People thought I was joking. I said he's gonna come and be dispatching teams like.
But I don't even think he's brought La Liga to us. I mean to the Premiership. I think what he's done, he's brought his philosophy and mixed it up with the Prem, because at the Prem you can't just be slow, build up, build up, and then
he
wait
found
for
that
Messi
out
to
in
get
the
the
first
ball
season.
So his first season he got a feel of the Prem. What do we need? We need fast players on that counter attack. We need fast players that can move the ball, that can go in, that can go out.
Transition quickly.
You know what I'm saying? We need a Sane, we need this, we need Bernardo Silvas that can. Do you get what I'm saying? Keep the ball moving quickly in this Prem.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of the Prem teams it's fitness based, it's tackling, it's this, it's that, and we need players that are brave on the ball.
Yeah.
That can move things quickly. Not like in Spain. You're not getting those hard tackles in Spain. They've got time on the ball. Xavi here, Iniesta here, even though obviously they're all-time great players, but it's just a bit slower in La Liga where you can build up your play and then give it to the special player Messi, and then he's just through and does his thing. So I think he's mixed it with the Prem. Yeah. Basically, he's mixed it in.
Let's talk about Raheem Sterling. So this week he got rewarded with a 300,000 a week contract. Reportedly.
Well deserved.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about as well. So last season, supposedly, you said that there was a bit of, will he sign or will he not? Because he felt like he deserved more. First of all, that's bold for him to want this the same as the other guys.
It's not bold. It's not bold at all, because at the end of the day, De Bruyne asked for that, and he had that worldly season, and Sterling had a worldly season. Yeah. And I told people from the summer times when people were talking about Golden Boot Kane, when I said Sterling got subbed, when Sterling got subbed and he came off for Rashford, it made the game easier for the opponents.
What's this, the Croatia game?
Yeah, the Croatia. It made it easier for them, because Sterling can
wasn't
get in those
stretching them.
pockets.
Yeah.
He can go in those pockets and come in. He can go out. He can go on the wing. He can come inside. Sterling does so many things that's underrated. That's not seen by the what type of football supporter should I call them? The casual fans.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? The casual fans are looking at
Goals,
got a
everything,
goal
yeah.
and boot, right? But his runs off the ball, his runs in the pockets. That's why Southgate kept on playing him. A lot of people asking him to be dropped because he never scored.
Yeah.
But Southgate's seen the bigger picture. Like, he's opening up the game for the Kanes, for the other players, for the Dele Allis, for the Lingards. He's opening up the game.
And we said that Pep is not a small manager. If Pep is playing you, he's playing you for a reason.
For a reason.
There's a reason you're in his system. You offer something to that system that, not that no one else offers, but he knows how valuable you are.
Yes.
Sterling, do you reckon he's one of the first names on the team sheet?
Definitely right now. Definitely. Because I think he's one of those players that Pep is giving him instructions and he's trying to do it to the best of his ability.
And credit to Sterling for actually having the football IQ to understand it and take it on.
But think about it, Sterling's always had a good IQ. He's just the media. He's jumped from Liverpool to Man City. He's going for money. He's not going for anything. He's just grown as a player. Do you get what I'm saying? No one knows him as a human being. None of us fans know him as a human being, so we can't judge him on that. But we can judge him on his football. And each year, since he moved from QPR to Liverpool, each year he's improved.
Yeah.
Each year he has kicked on. England fans underrated him because once again he's not scoring, his decision making, this, that, and the other. But if you see the other parts of his game that open it up for his teammates, sometimes I feel like Sterling sacrifices a lot for his other teammates because he goes under the radar. He does the kind of
the dirty work. He does the running. He does the stretching of the defense. Let me give you guys a little stat here, or it's a big stat actually. Raheem Sterling has now been directly involved in 39 Premier League goals since the start of last season, 24 goals, 15 assists. He got 2 today. He scored 2 today. Mohamed Salah is the only player involved in more. Sterling's actually going about his business quietly. And I did not even realise.
Guess what? Look how they talk about Salah. And let's be real about Salah. Has Salah been more consistent than Sterling?
What, this
season? Over their career. Salah had to go to Roma, no big clubs were after Salah. Salah had to go to Roma to rekindle his career.
Good shot.
I mean, first of all, big English clubs.
Let me just say Salah. So Sterling had 24 goals, 15 assists. Salah 50. Well, it hasn't said what, maybe combined, but combined of 50 is the only player involved in more. So Salah's definitely a level above. But for the fact that Sterling's second, with all the top players in the league, that's saying something.
Of course, but he will go under the radar because people will just be casual fans. That's what it is. He scored 2 today. Yeah, well, he's supposed to, innit? Doesn't score enough goals. But
big shout out to Sterling, man. He's doing his thing. We'll talk about City later because we're going to talk about United City. Oh my God, even when I think about it. Arsenal Liverpool. You watched the match?
Yeah.
Good game, entertaining game for the neutrals.
Yeah.
So what are we saying? Arsenal are not pushovers anymore.
No, they are pushovers. Just that. Arsenal,
come on, man. Let's keep it a buck.
Listen. If you watch the game, you can see that Liverpool were not picking the right decisions on the final third. Why do you think when they went in at half time, they came back out so quick? You saw how angry Klopp was. The spaces and the gaps were there to penetrate. They weren't doing it. Have you ever seen Liverpool come in and come out so quickly before? Because Klopp never does that. To be fair, they were out there like 2-3 minutes before Arsenal. Because he said what he had to say. There's not much to say. You need to go out there and penetrate this Arsenal back. This Arsenal back four is.
It was 0-0 at half time, right?
No, what was it at half time?
0-0.
Yeah, is it 0-0? Yeah, it was 0-0. Yeah, because Milner scored the second half. Yeah. Just go out there and penetrate this. This Arsenal back four is poor.
No, but they're poor. But they're putting in extra effort. You can see like.
Listen, if you're coming from Wenger,
if you're playing holding centre back, you already should know that Liverpool should be the favourites there. But for the fact that it wasn't that way, that's what I'm saying. The players that were there, look, Xhaka, Bellerin, they were all put in the shift in yesterday.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful if they're putting the shift in because once again, it's that whole freshness of a new manager. Like I'm talking about for them, especially for how long Wenger was there and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, for them that's great. Like I said, these players I want to see them next year when Emery's already got into them and now it's the second season.
Might be better.
Okay, if it's better than great, that's when we start talking about them. But right now, like for me, the way Liverpool played, they could have penetrated.
They had a disallowed goal as well. Mane's goal, that should have been a goal to be fair.
Of course, it should have been a goal, and people call for VAR of all that sort of stuff and blah blah blah.
This time next season, that wouldn't be a convo.
But for me, at the end of the day, Liverpool did not do enough in the final third. I think their decision making was poor in the final third.
Mane, as much as I rate him, there's some things that it's just I don't know. And you know what, Salah actually, he's not gonna go unpunished. I think Salah, there was a couple, even at 1-1, I think it was when he got the ball to the right and Mane was bursting through.
And he misplaced the pass.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Yeah, he got intercepted, but it was just very lazy.
It's a misplaced pass. Like, you got to get that through.
Are they tired or what's going on the front three?
I don't think they're tired. It's just the standard that they set from last season. That's all. Is he now? It's not. Oh, you guys are the surprise boys. Now, is that the level that you've set? Okay, now we're gonna judge you.
And I think that's what Arsenal probably welcomed them to Emirates and thought, okay, these guys are league title contenders. Let's show them. So they put the extra 10% in. So every team that plays Liverpool this season might, put the extra 10% in.
But I think that the big teams obviously probably will, because they'll know how dangerous that front three is. But at the same time as well, they're going about their business quite well in terms of dealing with the small teams.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Torreira. I think he's a big key in terms for Emery. Emery's brought him in, and a lot of Arsenal fans that I speak to, they say that that's what Arsenal have been crying out for years. Like that kind of Kante type player where he's just breaking up play and starts off attacks. What do you think about Torreira?
No, he's a good player. I like him. And what I like about him is that it's because he's so small. And then you can tell, so all the people that are out there, and because if he was raised in England, he would have never made it, that's for sure. Like how small he is, he would have never made it. But the heart that he's got, where he plays, he understands that DM position. And the good thing about him, he can play with the ball as well. That's the thing. He always looks forward. He's not one of those DMs that he wins the ball back and it's backwards. Yeah. I don't know what Xhaka is. I'm not sure. DM, CM. I don't know what he is. He's just around. So for me, Torreira, he's definitely made a difference. That's why I think Emery didn't start him off, because obviously Uruguayan, got to get used to the league. Same with like Fred with Man United. You got to get used to the league. It doesn't matter what you did in Sampdoria. You've got to get used to the league. You've got to get used to the training. You've got to get used to the city. You've got to get used to the lifestyle and the Premiership.
Everything.
So I think he's got used to it now, and now this is where he's coming into his own, and he's doing well for the team.
Arsenal started off with Lacazette and Aubameyang up front. Aubameyang came off, didn't look too happy. But Lacazette, boy, he took that goal well. Yeah,
Lacazette is a good striker. He's a good striker, but once again, I don't think he's one of them strikers that can fire you to the title. I just think he's one of those strikers that will get his stats, he'll get his goals.
But I mean, when you've got Aubameyang alongside, that don't need to be. You don't have to depend on him to fire you to the title. But when you say
Aubameyang alongside, it's not like they're playing two up front. That's the thing. Aubameyang's got to do the wing work. You got to run back. So Aubameyang, a lot of his energy, like Lacazette couldn't do what Aubameyang does. That's why he has to play in the middle. He can never do what Aubameyang does. But because Aubameyang's so athletic and quick, and he's got more stamina, because a lot of people they didn't even see when Arsenal were going to buy Lacazette. A lot of the times people were just questioning people like Mourinho. Oh, why do you buy Lacazette? Mourinho was like, boy, his stamina's poor. He can only play in that position there. Obviously he's a striker, but he can only play in that position. Whereas Aubameyang is now sacrificing his game to go and play out on the left. And because he's got that energy to go run up and down, he will do that.
How long do you reckon till he's like, what's going on? Because supposedly I heard that he actually chose to do it. He said, you know what? I want to play alongside Lacazette, so I'll go to the wing. But if he's going to get taken off early, because how long is he going to be happy doing that?
It just depends on who those Arsenal scouts get in for Emery next season. I'm sure they've identified stuff. That's why they've let people like Wilshere, Ramsey, they're trying to let those old school Wenger players go. And gradually, season by season, they might bring 2 or 3 of their players in with a little bit of Emery's input.
Let's talk about Ramsey. Did he feature yesterday?
I think he came on, yeah.
He came on?
Because when Lacazette scored, I think he was there celebrating him.
Yeah.
So he come on.
Ramsey. So there's a lot of talk, just hearsay. People saying, obviously, Ramsey, his contract situation is that he's free to go at the end of the season. Wait, is he free to go in January or free to go at the end of the season?
He can talk to any foreign club in January, but he's free to go to any English club in the summer.
In the summer?
Yeah.
So there's no... Give me a scenario where he can go to potentially like a Liverpool.
In the summer.
Oh, not in January then?
Not in January, no.
Okay.
But he can talk to foreign clubs, I believe, in January. But they all talk to clubs anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, because I was watching the debate. I can't remember where I saw it, but they were saying Ramsey should actually go to Liverpool because Liverpool, they like from where I see it as well, they depend on the front three a lot. The midfield three is like almost like a flat three, where they don't really get forward. And I know Ox is there, but he's injured.
Yeah, he's very injury prone.
But in terms of Ramsey and his ability, yeah, don't you reckon Ramsey can be that player that can link up the midfield to attack and make the runs?
Ramsey now becomes a different option when he's free. Well, you don't have to pay money for Ramsey. You probably got other clubs like United and that looking at Ramsey. I would never look at Ramsey myself, but when you're talking about free, where you don't have to pay for nothing, he now becomes like a little bit of a valuable player. Now, if you put 25, 30 million on Ramsey's head, no one's knocking down Arsenal's door to go and buy him. But if you're talking about free, then they might even look at Ox's injury and say, listen, what's going on here? Ox, is he going to look like he's going to come back next season, etc.? And then they might just, what's there to lose?
Who do you rate more, Ox or Ramsey?
Oxlade.
So would you want Ramsey then to maybe mess up the base, depending on when Oxlade's back here?
But the thing about it, Oxlade's a better player. I just can't trust Oxlade. You just can't trust Oxlade's injury thing. It's what it is when he gets injured, As in, like, he's just out for long period. He doesn't get those little niggles and he's back in a couple of weeks or maybe a free. He gets them big injuries where he's just out.
Yeah.
Like, so can you really rely on someone like that? Even though he's a better player than Ramsey. That's the thing. He's a better option than Ramsey, but right now Ramsey's on the pitch. He's playing more consistently than Oxlade is.
You know what, actually, yeah, just as you've been talking, I'm thinking Naby Keita can actually do that role.
Yeah, Naby Keita can do that role.
But he hasn't though so far this season. But when I saw last season at Leipzig, that's what I was fearing the most. Because he seems like that kind of player, that number 8 that can do that.
That's the thing. We're talking about Leipzig. There's no real pressure there. There's no really, you know what I'm saying? There's no eyes on that team. But when you come to Liverpool, a big club like that, there's eyes on you. So you need to perform. So once again, is he another player that's come from another country and needs to settle in himself? And Klopp's realised that taking him out the firing line, because don't forget he had a hot start.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying.
So maybe he's taking him out the firing line. It's like, listen, I can see a little dip here and there. Just I don't want people to run around talking about your bust and this, that, and the other. So let's just hold you on the side there, regain what you need to regain.
It might just be injury. I remember he got injured in one of the Champions League games, but since then, he hasn't really
I remember that. Yeah. So they're probably not rushing him back at all.
Maybe it's that.
But he makes a difference. He's the dynamic midfielder that goes up and down. So he makes a difference to that midfield, definitely.
Before we come off the Arsenal-Liverpool game, I've got another shout. I know I've got bare shout-outs, but Van Dijk. If you're talking about... Wait, who's the best defender in the league? Best centre-back in the league right now?
Oh, that's actually a tough one. The reason why, because when you measure up someone like Van Dijk and then you got people like Stones and Laporte.
Oh, what? Let me let you land. Go on, land.
You say that.
Land.
Sorry. And the reason why you say that,
land.
because them two don't really have to do too much defending. Because they're different.
No, I get you. That's why I was about PK and guys like that. That in their teams that they looked better than they were. But,
exactly. But then once again, for what Pep wants, Pep would say, "Yo, these two are better than Van Dijk." That for what Pep wants.
Wait.
No, for what Pep wants.
No, let me ask. So if Pep watched that match yesterday, do you reckon he's thinking, "Hold on, why didn't we go for Van Dijk?"
No, because he's got the centre back. He wants ball playing naturally centre back.
Van Dijk's not a ball player.
He can play ball, but what I'm trying to say is that the Stones and the Laportes is what he likes.
I reckon
because because a lot of people forget about Man City. They don't concede goals like that, and it's not just because they have possession and stuff like that. When other teams have possession or free kicks or this and that, listen, Stones and Laporte get their heads on the ball,
and Van Dijk don't.
Listen,
bro.
I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm saying that
asking you.
If you want to say who's the best centre back in the country,
yeah,
it's hard to say, because if you like a centre back like Van Dijk, it's going to be Van Dijk. But if you look at people like Stones and Laporte, you can't refuse what they're doing, because they're not out to the naked eye. They're not out and out. Do you got what I'm saying? Centre backs, big, powerful, this, that, and the other. So for me, I get if someone told me right now,
I'm asking you.
I couldn't choose.
If you can bring one player, forget teams that they play for or support a rivalry. If you had one player to bring to United, centre back, who would you bring in?
It would have to be Van Dijk.
Okay.
It would but I'm just saying that someone said, "Yo, have Stones and Laporte, I'll take them too." But you're
saying take them as a pairing.
No, not even as a parent, as individuals. It just depends what you want. That's the thing.
Look at United right now. We're not there yet, but look at United. We need a leader.
Okay.
Van Dijk has come into Liverpool, yeah?
So it's Van Dijk.
For me, Van Dijk has come into Liverpool and he's just brought a calm... Remember Liverpool used to be bare, right?
See, but once again, I think that now everyone's looking at the obvious picture. But I think the biggest change in Liverpool's back four is Joe Gomez. I said it at the beginning of the season. Remember when I said it? And then I think Kev was saying, Joe Gomez, he's always injured. When Joe Gomez came back, don't forget, Van Dijk was there last year, you know.
Yeah.
And they weren't great at the back.
No, they were. When he came in January.
No. They were better than they were.
Last season.
But they were still leaking a lot of goals. Why? Because Van Dijk's playing with who next
Matip
to
or
Lovren,
yeah.
and those makeshift centre-backs that are not good enough. You need a partner with you. And Joe Gomez complements him to the max. When them two are playing, it's solid.
Very good.
That's what it is. So everyone's going to look at, it's Van Dijk. But these defensive guys, it's always a partnership thing. Why was Vidic so raw when he first came? There was no partnership there. Once he built a partnership with Rio, it was, look at Vidic, he's an animal. He's this, he's that. Oh, look at Rio, he's like a Rolls Royce.
They complement each other.
That's how centre backs are built. So to say one player, one centre back, who's the best centre back in the league? I know Van Dijk is dominating because he can play ball, he's big, he's strong, he can head it, all that sort of stuff. But then if we probably...
His recovery runs are underrated as well.
But if we dig deep into even Man City centre-backs, you probably find the same stats and all that. It's just not visible on the eye like that.
Yeah, Van Dijk.
But I get what you're saying. You think Van Dijk.
I think Van Dijk,
So that's not... I'll never argue with that fact. I'll never argue that. If you think Van Dijk, I'm not going to sit here and say, what you saying. If it's Van Dijk, definitely. Good choice.
Enough Liverpool talk, man. I'm getting itchy, man. Oh, God. Let's talk about Bournemouth United. So... Why do United start the games like that?
Only Jose knows, and the players.
Because a lot of talk is that United and people like Kev and everyone that's listening, they will tell you this is what they've been saying is like we're so negative, so that when we start, we just don't want to lose.
Yeah, but that's Kev.
So that no, even like because I watch all the fan cams as well, the United fans that just come at the stadium. Those are the guys that watch United week in week out. They say that we start so negative, and it's like almost Jose set them out, don't lose. Like even the post-match game of the post-match conference interview, Jose said, all week we knew Bournemouth played this, they do this, they do that. We've been going through it, been drilling it the whole week about how we're going to set up against them. That, to me, is a key indication that they're setting up to almost nullify the other team.
Yeah, but that's once again, that's just to the...
And it's obvious we can't do that.
But that's once again, that's to the social media. I'll tell you...
No, I'm saying literally what Jose said.
What I'm saying, obviously, this is one of the problems that Arsenal fans were getting on Wenger about. You don't game plan for the other team. All you want to do is go out there and attack, and then we get killed on the counter-attack because you don't plan for other teams. So when Jose comes out and says, this is what we've been planning for Bournemouth, right? Because don't forget, Bournemouth's been hotter than us. So we can't go in there and be on a disrespectful thing because we got bigger names and stuff. You got to look at the two teams. Bournemouth have been on a good run. They've been rolling. And plus, 12:30 kickoff at Bournemouth in them blustery conditions. Some players are not up for it. There's some players that are
so off.
Some players are not going to be up for that, but Bournemouth will be because they play in that all the time.
No, but
so
wait,
we got to respect where Bournemouth are.
I got to stop you there because the thing is, it's not working anyway. So even if you're trying to say, Jose's setting them up because he knows that we have to worry about the other team and you can't just go out there and play free flowing. When we do try and set up, it's not working anyway. We're conceding anyway. And then when we do come out and play, it's almost like, okay, you're going to score, but we're going to score more. Yeah, I'd rather that then, if that's the case.
Yeah, but once again, like that's just easy to just say. Once they score, then we come out and start playing. Did we even play well anyway?
Second half, 100%.
We didn't play. The second half was better than the first, but did we play well overall? I don't think we played well.
Because first halves are so bad for United. When you're saying overall, the second half is not enough. You're going to say it wasn't a good performance. But the second half yesterday, we had Rashford from point blank. He should have scored. Lingard had a one-on-one. Shaw had a one-on-one.
Who did they come on for?
What do you mean?
Who did they come on for?
Who did the players come on for?
Yeah, who did Rashford and that come on for? So they were attacking substitutions, yeah?
Rashford came on for Mata.
Yeah.
Lingard came on for, I think, Alexis.
Or was it Fred? Or Alexis?
No. Herrera came on for Fred.
But do you see what I'm saying about he's made substitution to attack? But
then let's just do that from the jump.
But you keep saying that we can just do that from the jump, but this is the whole point. We're not in that position to be doing it from the jump. We're not in that position. I don't think our team have got good names on the team sheet, but we're not in that position to be a team to be going out there and saying we're going to do this and teams like a Bournemouth away. Now, if we're talking about Old Trafford, yeah, and he came out and said, oh, you know what, we've game planned for Bournemouth or something. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about game planning for Bournemouth when they're coming to Old Trafford. When we have to go to their stadium, that little small pitch that they got and it's tight and everyone's on your kit, I don't mind that talk.
I hear you.
Do you get what I'm saying? But for me, even he came out and said in his post-match conference, like, listen, you guys keep asking me about these slow starts and all that sort of stuff, and you're probably thinking that it's me. I keep telling these players, I don't understand what these slow starts are. So if he's saying that as well, that's also letting me know that players, what's going on? If you know as players, it's always a slow start. Even if the manager is setting you up in a way where you're thinking, yo, guys, again, we've got to wait for these guys to score. As players, you will all get together and say, listen, we just need to go out there and do our thing. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if the manager don't like it, he can't get rid of all of you lot.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's going to get rid of himself if he keeps going battling against you guys. If you go out there and play your free-flowing football.
Jose said in the post-match conference, he said that because they asked him, why are United conceding so many goals? In terms of last season, up to this point, I think it was like 8 goals or something we conceded.
Yeah, defensively was much better last year.
But Jose's saying that what it is that last season he set up the team to be defensive. That's why, even though we scored more goals last season at this point, it's weird, but he was saying that I set the team up to be compact and blah, blah, blah. Whereas this season, I'm basically using the attacking options that we have, which means we're going to be more vulnerable at the back, which is what we spoke about earlier.
That's what United
having a good defender. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what
United fans want that, innit? So this is my whole point. When Jose does what Jose is traditionally good for, and his whole career, it's boring. It's this, it's that. Even though you're getting the results, I'm not feeling that 2-0. I didn't like the football and this, that. But then when we start conceding now, you want to defensively, we all over the... So which one do you want? Do you want the Jose that's going to compact and hit you on a counter-attack like he's done with all his teams? Or do you want the Jose that wants what you want, the United way, which I hate when people talk about that, the United way. Just go out there, free-flowing, but then you leave yourself back at the back when it's Lindelof and Smalling versus...
And every game we play is just hitting me more and more that Jose should have had that. He should have got that defender. The board should have given, because if we had Alderweireld at the back,
I think he wanted 2.
Yeah, he wanted 2.
I think he wanted 2
Mina.
in.
He wanted Mina, and
I think he wanted 2 in and 2 out.
Yeah.
Jones and Smalling he wanted out.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially Jones.
Yeah.
Especially Jones has not even seen anything.
Yeah, and I'm happy.
Yes. Jones, he's had enough of Jones. I don't want to hear about Fergie saying he might be the best United player of all time. I don't want to hear that about Jones. Jones is not ready for the United shirts.
Because if we had someone like Alderweireld, then we can be free flowing and know that we've got some sort of organisation at the back. Yeah, we've got a lead at the back, and I think that's what we're missing now.
It's too late for us. No, well, not too late, but we're too late coming now to back Jose and all that. He was saying this in the summer, and people talking about he's killed so he's moaning, he's doing this, and bring on some of the youths and all that. He knew what the team needed. It was his 3rd season. It was time for people to say, you know what, Jose, you've been here for the 1st season. Yeah, the Europa, FA Cup, or whatever it was that you won, the Carabao Cup. That's cool for the 2nd. Okay, cool. You said you still win trophies. But now we want to talk about the Prem. So Jose knows the 1st season's about the Prem. So in order for me to catch City and those guys, I need my defenders. I need my players. So now we're getting exposed. Because don't forget, Woodward came out and told the press, we have got Phil Jones, we've got Smalling, I think they're more than good enough.
Guy.
There you go.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, man. Week after week, I ask you the same question. You know what I'm gonna say, innit?
What?
Anthony Martial, he's delivered again. Yeah. He's come out with crucial goals. When he's scoring, it's not like it's 4-0 and he scores the 4th. And you get me? He's scoring crucial goals. And at that time, Bournemouth were on top of us in the first half. Talk. What's going on, Anthony Martial?
There's not much to say about Martial.
Nah, I want to hear you say, I was wrong.
No, when you keep saying you was wrong, this is what I'm trying to say. Where are United in the table? Where are we in the table?
We're 7th, huh?
Is this not the same Martial that was playing at that Brighton match that we got humiliated by? See, I'm looking at the whole picture. I'm not looking at 4 or 5 games of you scored important goals, because we're still 6th or 7th. or wherever you're on the table. It's not. Listen, do your what Martial's doing right now. Keep doing your job. Just keep being under the radar. Keep doing your job. Once we start doing the whole, look at Martial now. I mean, look at him. He's scoring this.
Players that doubling up on him. And all
yes, and then that's when it might even get to his head thinking, yo, I'm doing a business, Jose. I don't know what you're talking about. I can have an off game. No, we don't want you having an off game. We want you going.
Stay level.
Next thing you know, you never know. We're only a few points behind certain teams. Next thing you know, it might be third, fourth, whatever it is. Even though I'm not an advocate for top four, but we'll start catching teams on top of us. If Martial can keep that level up, that's what I'm looking for. I never doubt Martial's talent. Martial, like Jose said, Martial is world-class talent. He's not a world-class player. There's a big difference. World-class players have consistency. World-class talents show it off from time to time.
That's my criteria of world-class as well.
He's a world-class talent. And Jose just wants to get him to that world-class player stuff. Because like you said, look what he delivers. Look what he buries chances.
Yeah.
He knows how to find the net.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking for this consistency even.
Sanchez created the goal. Let's talk about United without Lukaku.
Yeah.
So
there's no difference, but it's okay. A lot of people.
Wait.
A lot of people are talking about the difference, but I'm not seeing no difference. The reason why I'm not seeing no difference because people are still moaning about the performances. So what's the difference?
No, but I think with the performances, we created chances, yeah. But I think it was like the slow build-up from midfield. Like Matic, I'm hearing a lot of fans getting onto him now, saying it's either he's tired. Not that he's rubbish, because you can't say Matic is rubbish. Yeah. He might need a rest as well. Yeah. You might need to pull Matic out because he is looking a bit lethargic in midfield, and the build-up is not snappy. Do you get me? So I think it's stuff like that. But in terms of the attack, I think it was good interchanging once again.
Interchanging, but still same performances. That's what I'm trying to say. It's people just want to see what they want to see. So when people were talking about, even when you texted me and said, finally got my wish.
I want to see Sanchez up front.
I know why you want Sanchez up front. Can we try something different?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Lukaku needs his rest. And the thing about it, all the real United fans know Lukaku ain't no dead player because he performed last year. When he came in, he performed and got the goals for us at the end of the day. So no one can start saying, Lukaku this, Lukaku that.
Don't be fickle.
Yeah, don't be one of those guys. Yeah. So, but it's just, I think all the fans just knew that, listen, the guy needs a rest. He just needs a rest to come back.
Let me ask you, did Sanchez do enough to give Jose a problem? I'll answer by saying I think he did.
Oh yes, he should play at Juventus. He should play at Juve.
Oh yeah, he should play centre forward at Juve.
Yeah, he should play.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're going to Juve. No one's expecting us to win, and I think that's kind of house money for Jose. No one's expecting us to win.
He loves those kind of games.
But Sanchez would be off the cuff. It would be harder for them to mark.
Yeah, Chiellini and Bonucci were they had a field day against Lukaku.
This is my whole point. So now hopefully you just rest Lukaku, until maybe City or whatever. Because the way I want to talk about. Okay, we'll go.
Yeah. I want to talk about the preview of those games.
So for me personally, Sanchez does warrant.
Yeah, because what he does well is he makes the runs and links up well with players like Pogba, Martial. Whereas Lukaku, when the ball goes to feet, sometimes it's not really the best.
It's not his forte.
Yeah, exactly, but then you change the whole style when you have Lukaku on. Then you can't play to the way you play with Sanchez. Then
but.
Listen, you have to literally take it to the wing and...
I always say, man, like, good and great players, they always can adapt, man. They can always adapt.
And I don't think Lukaku can.
But I don't know what everybody was expecting of Lukaku. Lukaku's not a world-class...
No, and I say that, definitely.
He's not a world-class striker. He's just a very good striker, that's it. He's not a world-class striker. I don't think he'll ever be world-class. That's me, because of how he is. His touch and this and what he's missing in the game is what all world-class strikers have. Yeah. It's what he's missing in the game. So I'll never call him a world-class striker.
Alright, let's talk about Juve United then. So this week we go to Turin. We need a win, innit? Or no? Wait.
To me, it's a. I wouldn't even put these.
Wait, we got 4 points, right?
Yeah, and they've got 9, I believe.
And then Valencia play Young Boys, which they would beat them because they drew, which helped us.
The game at Valencia is the big game, basically. The game at Valencia.
That's the last day. That's the last game of the group stage, you know.
Is it the last game?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically gonna come down to that probably.
But don't you reckon we need a point at least then against Juve?
Nah.
And I think Jose can get that.
I think we should just go there and just this is one game where I would advocate for Jose to go and let the boys play. Just let the boys play. No one's expecting us to get anything at Juve. So go and play. They've already beaten us at home. So let's go and play. If we're going to play Sanchez up front and Martial and Rashford and we interchanging positions, go and play. I don't want to see no game plan from Jose.
To stop them.
Juve. I don't want to see no game plan. Just go, Jose, just go and let them play.
But
you've got nothing to lose.
He looks like that guy, that kind of guy that he has got something to lose.
Well,
where damage limitation. Let me just stop them. Which is not what I like about Jose.
If he does that, then I'm not going to be surprised because it's Jose at the end of the day. He's a top manager. They all got pride and stuff. I'm not trying to go to.
So how would you set out the how you say let them go and play? What would, if you got to choose? How would you set the team up?
So what I would do personally,
4-3-3 or
no, I would go 3-5-2.
Alright, go on. Let me let you finish. 3-5-2.
I would go Lindelof. Yeah, I would go Lindelof, Matic, and Smalling at the back.
Okay,
yeah, that's what I would go. I would go with Young and Shaw wing backs, so they can get up. They can get up the pitch without worrying about what's behind them. Yeah, the three in the middle. I'll go Herrera, Fred, and what's his name? Pogba, and up front I would go Sanchez and Martial. Because what I do like about Matic, is he will be able to play the ball out from the back.
Yeah.
But the game in front of him.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? The game in front of him is better than when he's back towards it. Sometimes he don't check his shoulder quick enough.
Exactly.
Then he has to do the hold up play too long. So, but when the game's in front of him and he has to wrap that ball around, and then Pogba, you guys, Herrera, you just sit.
Pogba, I want Pogba to have a big game, man, because he goes back to Juventus.
Yeah.
I want him to deliver, man. Show them that, you know.
That's why I think Jose, you shouldn't game plan for this. Not game plan, because you can't just go over there and just say, yo, go and play. But you shouldn't really emphasise the game plan on this match. It should be more on City. Yeah. I believe. Because this match, once again, no one expects us to win. So it's like a free match. Everyone knows that Juventus are a level above us right now in world football. So all United fans know that. If you don't know that, then you don't know about football. But they're a level above us with the players that they've got right now. But then if I think we can have that base with the three at the back, the three in the middle, it's got energy, it's got passing, it's got people looking forward, and then Martial and Sanchez, you got the free row up front. You get on Chiellini, you get on Bonucci.
Stretch them.
You can even come out onto the wing if you want to.
You're both quick.
You got whatever you want to do up front. You two, work it out between you two. There's no, you have to be in the middle. Just
no restriction. Move. Yeah, and that's how they probably like it up front. Yeah.
And then Sean and Young, you lot can. You're the width. You can just keep going. And you don't have to worry about what's behind you because you have Lindelof or Smalling covering you. Yeah. Or you have Matic covering you on that side. That's what I would do. That's
actually a good shout, you know. Jose will never do it. But he'll never do it. So moving on to that Sunday game then, or Saturday, whenever it is, the derby. Yeah. I'm fearing the worst. City put 6 past Southampton. They're unbeaten. They're flying. Sterling's flying. Aguero scored his, I think, 200 goals out of that. He's reached his record. Like, what are you expecting in the derby?
I'm just expecting a brave performance. You got nothing to lose because you got fans like you fearing the worst. So why go over there and fear the game? Go and play.
But we're not going to.
What I'm saying is
we're gonna set up like we did last season when we went 2-0 down and then play.
Even if we do, it's an away game, yes.
Yeah.
Away game, you go out there and you do the counter attacking. That's the only people that don't do counter attacking is Man City. They're the only people that don't do counter attacking. They just go there and play their game because they've got the players to do it. Everybody else in the Prem, you have to set up to counter attack if you're going to somewhere like City. You have to. Even Liverpool do it. Liverpool have got their 3 centre midfielders. We're not going to move forward, but we've got Mane, Firmino, and Salah up there. Get the ball to them and see what they can do. City is a whole different thing. Home and away, they have to play the same way. That's them. It's always plan A with City. If plan A don't work out, it's plan A. It's next. That's how they play. They don't have, there's no B. Because he believes in so much in plan A that it should break you down that he's not worried about plan B. So we're not going long. We're not trying to get a big centre forward in there. We're not trying to do that. We have to work the ball.
So how you said against Juve, just let the boys play. You're saying actually have a
game plan. Counter attack game plan. I would go for, once again, I don't mind if Lukaku comes in.
I'm about to ask you, bringing him back?
I don't mind if you don't. I think you can occupy Stones and and thing. But also I don't mind if he carries on with Sanchez and
Sanchez
Martial
scored at
and
Etihad when he was
Rashford
up front. When Sanchez was at Arsenal, I remember I specifically remember a game where he was playing centre forward and then he scored against them. I think they still lost it, but he played well.
And then Lingard being back helps as well, because I think he's one of those clever, underrated players as well. I was never a big Lingard fan before, but the way he's come on under Jose has really shown me basically how important he is to the team, because he makes those unselfish runs into the places that a lot of people don't want to make those runs.
And I like his one-touch passing.
Yeah, and he knows about the derby. He knows about the derby. You need more players like that in. So I would have even Lingard, Rashford in, fit them guys in, and just go from there. But I would like to see a game plan against City, a counter-attack game plan, because City are not going to hold back. They're not going to be like, when we went to Liverpool last year, Liverpool never changed their 3 DMs that they played in the middle.
No.
They never changed it. No one said nothing.
No, I noticed that as well. Everyone's getting to Jose, but Klopp didn't make any attacking
changes. But Pep would. Even at 2-0 up, Pep will bring off an attacking player and put on another attacking player if he wants to.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
What do you reckon for that game? Do you reckon we can do it or no?
Oh no,
because if we lose that, we're 7 points off top 4.
We can definitely do it. Definitely do it.
What's it? A point or 3 points?
3 points, a point. I don't never go into a game looking at a point. I'm not interested in a point. We should go there and looking to win. If you get a point, you get a point. It's an away point at the Champions. Cool. But I think we can do it. With those counter-attacking players, we got dangerous players going forward. At the end of the day, we got dangerous players going forward.
It's our defence though. Can you imagine Sane and these men running at Lindelof?
That's why it's got to be a collective. We can't have Sane running at Lindelof.
It's a wrap if that happens.
But this is what I'm saying. So we need to have a collective effort. But once again, the game plan can only work if people like Pogba are switched on when you don't have the ball. Not about when if Fred is switched on when you don't have the ball. And I think Herrera will play in that game. Because I think he's starting to realise what the derby's like. He's been there long enough to understand.
Herrera played. He was our best player when he came on yesterday against Bournemouth.
He played well. He played
very well.
He played definitely.
I'm not gonna lie. I wrote him off, boy. No, so I'm not gonna front you.
To me, Herrera's always been a squad player. But I think with Jose, once again, Herrera's another LVG player. So he didn't really know about is this someone I could trust, etc., etc. Because don't forget, there's a lot of people on them last deals at United. So a lot of them will be leaving as well. If Jose stays, he'll be getting his players, but a lot of them will be leaving.
Yeah, I think that's why Herrera hasn't been playing actually, because it's the contract situation.
Probably.
But yeah, did you watch Match of the Day yesterday?
Yeah.
Because I want to quickly shout out Richarlison and Felipe Anderson. I know it's random, but Richarlison has been doing his thing, for Everton.
I'm not a Richarlison fan like that.
Is it the price tag?
He's one of those players that he will do his thing for Everton and Watford. That's great.
You know, got the Brazil call up, yeah?
Yeah, cool. Get a Brazil call up. That's great. Everyone gets a Brazil call up.
No, I rate what he's doing, Richarlison.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. But Felipe Anderson is the one for me, because I remember United were after him as well, and Woodward didn't want to bring out.
How old is Felipe Anderson?
I'm not sure.
Is he like 26 plus?
I think maybe something.
Yeah, I see why Woodward didn't do it.
But he's one of those ones. I think who wanted him? It wasn't Mourinho. Was it Mourinho? No, I think it was before Mourinho. I think LVG wanted him.
No. You're thinking of Oh, it is him. Yeah. LVG wanted him. Yeah.
He didn't want to fork out the money for Anderson. I remember that. It went on for a long time.
I remember that one. Yeah.
And then even Lazio were just saying, "Oh, yeah, it's probably about to happen." Yeah. This, that. It's never happened because they're probably haggling over 5 million.
He's actually like, I watched the highlights yesterday. He was impressive, man.
Yeah. He's impressive. So I think even him, you never know, with his agent and that stuff like that, probably said, you know what, let's go West Ham. Do your thing at West Ham.
And you're gonna
let people see you,
get the move,
and then you get your move. That's just how it works. That's how it works. West Ham will get their money. They probably have a gentleman's agreement in the background with West Ham. Like, listen, the big club comes,
then he has to go.
We ain't trying to finish our career at West Ham United.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah, let's be realistic. But we'll use you as a platform.
Where could you see him going? Because Spurs have got the rivalry. They won't take a player from West Ham. But football's changed.
No, come on, if the money's there,
I can see him going to Spurs or somewhere.
I think Spurs would be a good fit for him.
Yeah.
I think Spurs would be a very good fit for him. I think Liverpool would be a good fit for him as well. United.
Back to Liverpool thing as well. Sorry, Fekir is the player that people like Liverpool fans that I know they would want at Liverpool.
I think Fekir, he's quite similar to Shaqiri though.
No, because he would play in the midfield. They're saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Fekir, to be fair.
No.
They might get him next season and whatnot. Same thing they did with Van Dijk.
Yeah, I think that's a gentleman's agreement. I think he's already on his way.
Yeah. He probably is January and stuff like that. So maybe anyway. But Felipe Anderson, definitely. I'm definitely rating him. He's gonna use West Ham as a springboard for a bigger move.
Lastly, before we head out of here, rumours saying Southgate is gonna call Wazza up
for what?
Friendly against USA.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes sense, to be fair. I mean, no one's really caring about friendlies with the USA.
But you know, Wazza, it looked like Rooney was out. He's finished, retired.
Yeah, I think he is. He's just. I think it's a sentimental call up, just to listen.
Good touch.
Listen, USA. You play in the USA right now. Probably build. Cause once again, all
something to do with his foundation, though. Like a charity.
All this stuff is all business related. That's all it is. MLS, you can promote the American thing. England, Rooney, they'll promote it in America.
They said he'll be on the bench. He'll come off the bench.
That's all it is. That's all it is. You know, someone's probably giving Southgate a little bit of hush money. Say, listen, just hold that on the side. Just put Wazza in the squad for the USA game. Build up his profile, and that's it. Otherwise, there's no other reason.
He's been doing well, you know.
I'm not
some highlights.
I'm not interested in the MLS. I'll tell you that from now.
The highlights I've seen, Rooney's been going crazy.
Listen. We could play in the MLS. Yeah, if we got fit, we could play in the MLS. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not interested in the MLS. We all know what the MLS is about. No.
Well, collect the bag.
Listen, at the end of the day, when I'm seeing football and they're talking about playoffs, I'm not interested in that sort of football.
Yeah. I still don't know the structure of it.
Did you make the playoffs, Rooney?
Because I heard Ibra was like this. I saw something where it said, Ibra's not gonna make the playoffs because something happened.
Ibra not making the playoffs.
Like, oh, what?
Listen, but Ibra don't care. He's the guy in there to secure the bag, doing what he's doing.
Yeah, he's popular over there, you know.
Yeah, he don't care about because he knows what it is. It's entertainment over there. It's not about who's the best footballers.
Yeah.
Listen, you go there and say, I'm the king. LeBron's in my shadow.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Come on. Zlatan, just relax now, yeah? Just relax.
No, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, guys, it's been a good one again, Coach.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this time next week, I'll be celebrating and talking about how United did well against Juve and well against City. I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to hold my breath. Nah, I'm realistic. But the thing is, I won't be surprised if we win both games. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. So why go in there with a negative attitude? And you won't be surprised if we lose both games. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
So there's no point of us going in there thinking negative and stuff like that. So that's what I would be thinking anyway.
Alright, guys. Once again, this is Samuel Law and Coach.